I'm about to blow me down. Only a swing of Grand Coupe can take the pain away. The shower needs. If I go, you will show me some love.
YouTube is popping. It's your boy the Ninth Hokage, back with another video. We're doing a reaction to how the hell is Jackie Chan still alive? I can't wait to see this because Jackie Chan is one of my all-time favorite martial artists, movie makers. Him, Yum Go, Sammo Hung, they made great movies. You know, I wasn't old enough to see them when they first came out, but you know, as I grew up, I grew up off Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and those movies, and I love them. So let's get into this.
Hi everyone, I'm Moose, and after our video about Tom Cruise's death-defying stunts, you guys were clamoring for us to cover the career of Jackie Chan. And I've got to admit, when it comes to injuries, Chan kind of makes Cruise look like a
always
toddler.
doing his own stunts and shit. Fire.
Over his 50 years in cinema, the beloved actor, singer, and stuntman has taken one.
City Hunter's a funny movie. It's actually pretty good too.
Over 100 movies, Hong Kong's
Story
greatest
classic.
action hero is still going strong. Today, we're taking a look at some of his most gruesome gaffes to ask what could be the most important question of our times: how the hell is Jackie Chan still alive?
Word. That dude got
Jackie's
angry.
had dozens of brushes with death, including one close call that left him bleeding from bone fragments in his
Armor of
brain.
God.
But before we get there,
Another great
let's talk
movie.
about that time that he was pretty much folded in half. One of Jackie Chan's biggest influences is American silent cinema, specifically the pratfalls and perilous stunts performed by trailblazers like Buster Keaton. That's why in his 1983 film Project A, he engineered a set piece that paid tribute to one of the most iconic moments in classic comedy, Harold Lloyd's clock tower caper in 1923's Safety Last. Now, Lloyd used some optical illusions to make it seem like he was dangling from a skyscraper high above the streets of LA, but Jackie did it the old-fashioned way. He spent the whole week psyching himself up for this 80-foot drop he had planned, and while the two awnings he crashed through were supposed to break his fall, they also twisted his body so he landed straight on his neck.
Yo, how did he... What? I remember watching that, bro.
Of course, there was no
redid
padding,
the shot
there
like
wasn't even a cut.
4 times, but they kept showing it over and over. It was crazy.
Acting after a severe cervical spine injury.
The gangsters are still up there. How many? How many? About 5 or 6.
This dude's a legend.
Not only that, he insisted on filming the fall 2 more times.
Yeah,
each one equally brutal. But he lived to drop another day, and drop he did.
Operation Condor.
He dislocated his sternum and received a severe concussion after falling from a chain in Armor of God 2.
Oh!
And famously demolished his ankle after looping onto a hovercraft. But that didn't stop the Chan man. He just painted a big sock to cover up his cast and kept on stunting. In 1985, one of Jackie Chan's most famous
same thing with this scene.
Resulted in burns.
They kept playing it
and
over and over, bro. Like,
according to Jackie, Police Story is his best pure action film.
I agree.
Given its legendary reputation and incredible sequences like the Shantytown car chase and dangling from a double-decker bus, I'm not going to argue with him. The climactic scene at a shopping mall is also where Jackie suffered a string of horrific injuries in a stunt gone wrong. The final showdown is filled with squibs and sparks and shattered sugar glass, culminating in a classic slide down a metal pole.
that shit is crazy, bro.
They only had one chance to shoot the stunt since the production had to clean everything up so the mall could open the next day, and Jackie was understandably a little nervous. So one of his fellow stuntmen offered him a big old hug and a Buddhist prayer paper to keep in his pocket. It wasn't enough to keep him completely safe, but the last-minute divine intervention might have prevented a far worse fate. So, what went wrong? Well, for one thing, the pole had been standing under hot studio lights for hours, so when he grasped it with his ungloved hands, he instantly suffered severe second-degree burns. As if that wasn't enough, the glass partition he crashed through barely slowed down his fall, and he landed on the hard marble tile below with a sickening thud, dislocating his pelvis and nearly cracking the 7th and 8th vertebrae in his spine. Jackie was nearly paralyzed.
That's why he walked the way he do. You ever see Jackie Chan, he walked like
We're almost there,
Like
but
a straight
first,
up old
let's look
man.
at the time
He is old, but
crashed
still, like,
into a helicopter.
At that age, he was walking like an old
Not
man.
in a helicopter crash. He crashed into a helicopter.
Oh,
There's an important distinction there. Jackie Chan plus vehicles is kind of a recipe for disaster. He broke his foot and nearly destroyed his knee in a skateboarding accident during City Hunter. Which resulted in the rare case of Jackie letting a stand-in complete the shot for him. In Crime Story, Jackie pulls his legs to safety just before two crashing cars crushed him into oblivion, but in a previous take, he wasn't so lucky. His most iconic mishap with a moving vehicle, however, has to be from Police Story 3, Super Cop. Let's put it this way.
Another great one.
Most people don't survive a helicopter crash, especially when it smashes directly into you.
bro, the dude was hanging from a helicopter in this movie. Oh shit.
Jackie had no problems dangling from a rope ladder as it bashed him into billboards, but after the chopper lands on a train, Chan is left clinging to a pole. And when the whirlybird blasts by him, it collides with the actor at full speed,
Oh.
fracturing a rib and tearing the ligaments in his shoulder to shreds. And even worse, the poor guy just had to dangle there in agony until the crew could cut him down. Still, the result is one of the most spectacular set pieces in all of cinema. None other than Quentin Tarantino proclaimed that Super Cop boasts
The greatest stunts, and that's even including Buster Keaton, the greatest stunts ever filmed in any movie ever.
Well, now that we know
inclined
Buster
to
Keaton
agree,
wasn't really
but
doing
even though it must
stunts.
have been
All
extremely
optical
painful,
illusions.
a separated shoulder isn't usually life-threatening.
Tis but a scratch.
Unlike the accident that nearly killed Jackie in 1986, where he suffered a badly broken skull.
Damn, bro.
It goes without saying that Jackie Chan is no stranger to head injury. He's been slashed across the face by a broken steel cable, nearly lost an eye after an errant punch shattered the ridge of his brow, broke his nose at least 3 times, and dislocated his cheekbone, which I didn't even realize was a thing. In a career filled with knocks to the noggin, one errant impact nearly ended Jackie Chan's life in a film called Armor of God. As you'd expect, the movie is
I
filled
love
with
that movie.
madcap stunts, including a scene where Jackie skydives
Yo,
onto a
yeah, I
hot air
forgot
balloon.
about that. This dude was skydiving onto a freaking weather balloon. I don't know how much of that was, well, it was obviously real. They did it.
But the
Filmed
stunt
it,
that
but it was
nearly saved the
crazy.
star was far more routine. In the opening sequence, Chan slides down a wall, leaps off, and catches himself on a tree branch.
Yeah, that's where he got hurt.
Pretty simple, right? Well, everything went smoothly for the first take, but ever the perfectionist, Jackie insisted on a second shot, and that's where shit hit the fan. Or rather, Jackie hit the ground. When he grabbed the branch, it snapped, sending him plummeting 16 feet to terra firma, where his head cracked against a rock. It instantly shattered his skull, forcing shards of bone up into his brain, resulting in a torrent of blood gushing from his ear.
What?
The injury required an 8-hour emergency surgery and left him with hearing loss in his right ear, as well as a plastic plug permanently embedded in his skull.
Oh my God! Yes! 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 Yes!
Jackie considers
The
this particular
yo.
fall the closest he's ever come to death.
Yo,
When you
Jackie's
consider
story.
everything else he's been through, that's kind of saying something.
Elbow, my jaws, knees, cut, angle, all the like T-spline.
I got to admit, Tom Cruise has some serious guts. But he's still a far cry from equaling Jackie Chan in terms of on-screen injury.
Or Young Bill
He's
or
still
Samuel
got time to
Hall.
catch up since Jackie's
Even the
Daredevil
women like
days
Moon Lee.
might be behind him. He's basically uninsurable at this point, and no studio would dream of letting him do
Michelle
his own
Yeoh?
stunts today. So the 60-year-old has finally started to slow things down, which is probably for the best. We've only scratched the
He's still
surface
quick.
of Jackie's jaw-dropping injuries, and frankly, it's a miracle he's even still alive today. But after 5 decades of suffering for his art, I think Jackie Chan has earned a break. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you like our catalog of crushing injuries suffered by your favorite stars. Now I want to know, what
we
other
got
entertainers do you
The
think we
Rock
should
and
cover
Arnold.
on this show?
Let me get at
John
The
Claude
Rock.
Van Damme,
Real
Johnny
life.
Knoxville, Mick Foley. Leave a
I might
comment,
watch this
let
Tom
me
Cruise
know,
one,
and
too.
as
I don't
always,
know.
please subscribe.
Yo, I mean, if y'all ever get a chance, if you've never seen a lot of the old Jackie Chan movies from like the 80s and like early 90s, go watch those, man. Those are just great action movies. And if you ever want to see like chicks fighting doing their own stunts, look up the Chick with Gun Flicks with Moon Lee. I think Michelle Hughes did some. Cynthia Rockford. There's another lady too. Let me see if I can find her name real quick. Yukari Oshima. She's a beast too. If you ever get a chance, look up some of the movies they did, bro. They just him, them, Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Young Bill. They did a lot of their own stunts, some crazy action movies. But that's my reaction. Hope you enjoyed it. More videos coming soon. Ninth Hokage signing out.